Yeah, I made that about a year ago. But truth be told, I've been trying to step away from that whole argument. People say the person I made fun of in that meme is not a dog trainer. At best, he's a trick trainer, and that's okay. I think the point of saying that he's not a dog trainer is that when he gets online and talks, it really doesn't have anything to do with dog training. He's trying to stir the pot because he's got some sort of dark triad personality disorder going on. You can tell because when he speaks, there's no expression in his eyes. They're completely deadpan, uh, regardless of his vocal inflections or whatever. But at any rate, I don't mean to actually make this discussion about him apart from how he stirs the pot. He doesn't matter in the industry. Um, but I do think that there are force free trainers out there that we can learn something from. And the reason why that I've decided not to directly confront most of that ideology for the most part anymore is that, well, as dog trainers and canine behaviorists, or whatever we want to refer to ourselves as, we should realize that opposition reflex occurs with people too. And it's not just in the physical sense. When we assert a different or adverse opinion directly and with with little with little subtlety, we engage that opposition reflex. It happens all the time in political discussions and happens between dog trainers, embarrassing as that may be. And just because somebody follows a different training discipline than I do doesn't mean there's nothing to learn from them. So I find it incredibly disappointing that after a firestorm over the last couple of weeks, I will not get the opportunity to see Denise Finzi speak at this year's IACP conference. Now, don't get me wrong, I disagree with Denise on a lot of things. That doesn't mean that I disagree with her 100%, and it doesn't mean that there is nothing that she can teach me. I would be remiss if I made that arrogant assumption that just because somebody follows a different training discipline that I somehow know everything better than they do. I'm constantly looking for ways to add more positive reinforcement into my training methodology. And that means learning those things from not just balance trainers, but those who have different ideas about things. Where these ideologies get dangerous is when we do have somebody like the person I plugged in that meme that I made, uh, who comes at everything in bad faith. Denise doesn't do that. In fact, she's had words with that fellow. Actually, that fellow came after her and she refused to play the game. Uh, I just really think we should be more respectful of one another and try to ask each other questions a little bit more and try to come at each other with a little bit more good faith. One of the things that balance trainers talk about all the time is the toxicity that they receive for being balance trainers. As balance trainers, which I don't even like that term, like so many others, I just consider myself a dog trainer. But I really think that we could deal with each other with a little bit more grace, a little bit more humility, a little bit more openness, and a little bit more empathy. Just my thoughts. Thanks for watching.